Hello, I'm Howard, and welcome to Overwatch League. Today we'll be analyzing this match between Vancouver Titans and Los Angeles Valiant. So first things first with the openers from both teams on the very early openers. So this is just initial poke. We're going to see Fire Strike from Fate eaten by Janu and vice versa. Here is where the Valiant are doing a very rush strategy. So they have space taken to the elephant side of the point, while the rest of the team is going over to Shrine. With this move, they're trying to isolate Bumper and push Bumper into the the Shrine wall, which will succeed. However, some misplay by Fate is going to cause this to go horribly wrong. So, important thing to know about Ryan is he swings right to left, left to right. The second swing is going to be the most important swing here, as he needs to make sure that this swing hits Bumper and knocks Bumper between these two pillars. Once that Bumper is back here, there's almost no way for Vancouver Titans to keep Bumper alive as long as the entirety of Los Angeles is focusing Bumper. That would be how I would have this fight happen with this rushdown style of how they're playing. Now, important thing is that Seominsu wastes his bubble on himself. This bubble is not good as he is not the primary target. In no situation outside of the Valiant doing what they're doing now and failing miserably at what they do, does this bubble do anything good besides just keep Seominsu a little bit alive. In no way does this bubble actually help at all, as you rather keep it that way when they stabilize Bumper with an ally bubble, which he should have right now. He does get the stun on him through agilities, which is a big deal, as he won't be able to move away if he gets the Seominsu's bubble. But this ally bubble does nothing for Seominsu. He's just wasted a bubble. We're going to see Kariv do the exact same thing, but even worse. So here, let's see, takes down to like 250, 200-ish. Finally gets his bubble. Seominsu's bubble is still active. It dissipates. That's the big problem. A bubble should almost never dissipate. Huge issue here with how Valiant are playing. So, remember how I was saying Elephant and Shrine side? Well, Valiant are 4 on Shrine and 2 on Elephant. And Fate's got a Discord orb on him right now, and a bunch of Vancouver Titans around him. Vancouver Titans, they should be able to force themselves onto a Fate right now. Got you, Bass. Really hard, as they're just all around him, and the Valiant can't reinforce, really. Kariv already used his bubble. It should be coming off cooldown relatively soon. But yeah, that's going to be this. So, Vancouver, if they actually capitalize right here onto Fate, and Bumper isn't in a little bit of a panic, they just kill Fate, because, remember, right to left. Actually, no. Yeah. It would be this way. Yeah. I believe Fate could die here, definitely. But they don't capitalize on it, so, since... Oh, and by the way... Hey! Kariv's like, I want charge! Kariv? What does this bubble do for you? I'll tell you what, absolutely nothing. But, after this, point where they don't take advantage of, it would happen really quickly. It's like an 0.5 second window where they could have killed Fate. They back up, they're regrouping now, and they're rotating onto Elephant side. So now we have, I'm going to call this Vancouver and Los Angeles side. Okay, so we're going to see it's just a blunder from Kariv, because Kariv's going to rotate around here and choose to be on the side that Valiant spawn on, whereas Fate is always going to be on Titan side. That's where he should be staying, because rotating to the other side is a waste of time. Kariv is also not high charge, so he doesn't even make this viable at all. Right now he should be right behind Fate, and Space does rotate, but it's like Space should be the one focusing on rotating to the Valiant side, while Kariv focuses on staying with Fate in agilities. It's a misuse of their characters right here. Fate is hugging the wall a bit too much here. He should not be hugging the wall. Because, again, with how Rhine swings work, right to left, and this, yeah, right to left. He would swing in, and Fate gets knocked into the wall here, and he gets pinned, basically, into a wall, even though Rhine doesn't need to pin him. Also, a misplay here by Vancouver. I'm going to point these out when they do happen. So, he just got armor pack and bubble around him. And he puts up a shield immediately. This should have been already called, so he shouldn't be needing to call these. So he shouldn't be needing to put his barrier up at all. He should be just swinging onto Fate right now, already. And Fate dies if he does that. Kuki, this is a Kuki's job to deal with slime here. Kuki needs to be ready for this and laning versus slime. That way he can boot slime out over here and slime comes back over here. Slime will be back in time to do that, but it just slows it down a bit. However, another thing to note, which I did on previous runs, is Haxel is completely distracted by Kariv. I guess Kariv's strategy worked because Vancouver Titans let it? Like, Haxel needs to be hitting onto Fate right now. So the first hammer should have already been swung, and Fate should be knocking over here. The bubble should be broken by now. Two, and well, actually not broken. It should be dissipating, and Haxel needs to be ready to immediately get the stun off and knock down Fate, and Fate's dead. But instead, Haxel's over here dueling Kariv for no apparent reason, because I guess because he can. Okay, don't question him. Agilities is lit. Space joins in, and I guess Gigiano is just a nice guy and just says, Fate, don't worry, we're not going to kill you, we're just going to knock you out of the fight. This is followed up by a misplay by Suminsu, which is we're about to see. This personal bubble? Okay, he's leading charge now. Bumper goes in front of him. He needs to be in the front. He absolutely needs to be. This is a mistake that you cannot be making if you're planning on winning the Overwatch League. You cannot make this. And then he gets his ally bubble onto Bumper, but if he was in front here, he would have been with Bumper here and blocking for Bumper. And he's a full HP Zarya. Him soaking for Bumper is a big deal. You need to make sure that you're taking some core damage for your tank. You're not just taking bubble damage. You have to take that core damage as well. Fate here gets the worst end of the trade. Actually, no. Bumper gets a worse position, which allows him to just get isolated and killed, while Fate gets a worse end of the HP trade. And Kariv should have bubble now. I believe, looking at the last bubble, since Suminsu used his bubble on Bumper on the engage and Kariv reacted, Kariv has his bubble now. He needs to be making sure it gets onto Fate immediately. Fate should be screaming for that bubble. Okay, Fate may think he's safe, but... Okay, right now he needs to be screaming for it, and Kariv is too focused on killing Bumper to put the bubble on Fate, and Bumper is going to die pretty much no matter what, as this is on a 7-second cooldown. So if he saves Fate here, it's actually a better value for the Los Angeles Valiant. So he needs to be focusing on making sure that his team is safe before killing the enemy. And these two can go hand in hand sometimes. Sometimes they are like this, where you have to make the conscious decision. If Fate lives here, Valiant are in a fantastic position. Because you have two people over here. I mean, three, okay. I would just say these are three. You have Zen back here. And you have Zarya over here. So it's a split line, and Space can handle himself. Okay, Space has 600 HP. He's not going to get melted through in a second. However, Kariv will be. And if they had their Rhine right now, I'm pretty sure the Rhine will be able to save the Grav. So this Grav that Suminsu builds in a second is not going to get as much value. Huge. Since the shield will be on it, I don't even think Suminsu throws it. I think the Vancouver Titans lose the fight, re-engage with their ults. However, Los Angeles Valiant would be in a much better position. Valiant tried to trade for Suminsu, but it's just not going to happen. And, well, Kariv dies. As soon as Zarya's dead, no damage, done. So, some mismanagement from the bubbles is the main thing to take away from Valiant's failures right now. Mismanagement on bubbles and positional awareness. let's get into this next one. Oh yeah, by the way, Kuki makes a big mistake here. So, hey guys, where's Zen? Oh, I forgot about him. Sorry. They should be engaging right about now. Oh, and by the way, look at this drop. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, 6. Okay, guys, finally we're ready. Which point, shattered onto Kareve. First trance. Good. Slime should beat Snout. Save Sum and Su. That was a really nice one. Then you have Kareve grabbing right here. This is a no. Because it's very hard for Valiant to actually push past Shrine right now. So this grab will get no value. In fact, a brilliant play from Sum and Su, honestly. I love this play from Sum and Su, is he immediately counter grabs the position. So, which normally you'd have, Space would have his bomb ready and throwing in, but since he counter grabs the position, Agilities cannot hit the bash onto Bumper because he'll get sucked into the grab of Sum and Su's, which makes it so he cannot actually bash Bumper, so they're going to be safe from Space's bomb, even though Space throws it way up into space. He's fallen its namesake for no reason. I just don't think it was prepared for Kareve's grab. And that's like the core thing, is they're not like playing as well together as they should be. Like, they're trying to understand Ghost, but they just don't. Space gets out because he can. He's Diva. Okay, they got a full regroup, and we're about to see the best bubble of my entire life watching Overwatch. Look at this bubble. Yay! Thanks for making this one fight, Kareve. This could be 2, but you decide to make it 1. Good job on you. And you get 9 charge in the process. Value. Of course, Slime setting up in this position, which is really nice from Slime. Doing it again. Because Kuki, this is probably scouted, Kuki does not stop this. Kuki needs to be stopping Slime from doing these things. He needs to boop him off path. And that's how I'd have that matchup working. So, luckily for Valiant, Shatter's a bit early, and Shatter's, and they have the anti-synergy between the Shatter and the Boop. Here, we have Discord on Fate, which is going to cause massive amounts of issues. Discord on Bumper, which is good for Valiant. And then, here, small mistake again from Kuki. Kuki should be actually, like, jumping on this wall. He should not be going away. He should be on the wall, attached to it, basically. And then, because if he does that, he actually can boop away the Vancouver rush onto Fate here. I also need to check the bubbles, since I'll just say it. Kareve just fucks up his bubble, because I'm just gonna say that because he probably did. That's how much trust I have in Kareve's bubbles right now. I don't trust his bubbles at all. It's just bad. So, another thing, since Fate dies first, he needs to swap to Sombra to get back to the fight. Doesn't do it. And the whole root problem of this entire thing happens right here. If you just group up, rush straight to point, Slime's not in the fight for 2-3 seconds. And I know you don't know Slime's here, but if you just rush to point, you'll get these happenings. And like for scouting, Slime likes doing this when they have Shatter, and they don't even properly do the Shatter with it in most cases. And now, again, I'm going to make this trick again. A drop, a drop, a drop, a drop, a drop. Another drop! He finally dropped! That's like 4 seconds. 4 seconds on the clock that you could have, but you don't. Please stop being bad. But yeah, that's really it. Like, the core problem for Valiant in this map, this part of this map, is that the bubbles are just not getting the value. He's focusing damage over bubbles, which honestly he needs to be focusing bubbles over damage and then focusing the Reinhardt duels. Space played overall pretty well. I wouldn't say Space made that many mistakes. Kuki really needs to work on his wall play, and if he's not going to be wall riding, he needs to be countering the enemy Lucio's wall riding. And focus on making sure that Slime or whatever Lucio they're facing is not getting that value. Faye is just a few minor errors on the rotations, but overall he's a pretty good Rhine.